Larry David returns for Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12 with a pretty good final outing, as his social graces prove to be as terrible, if not even more entertainingly worse, as ever after 25 years. Curb Your Enthusiasm began life as a 1999 mockumentary about a fictionalized Larry David attempting to make a comedy special after the conclusion of his revolutionary sitcom Seinfeld. The comedy was soon picked up for a series order, and now, 12 seasons of absurd interactions and rejections of social norms later, HBO's longest-running comedy show is finally coming to an end. While Larry David's decision to close the curtain on Curb hasn't received an official explanation, Season 12 confirms that it's not for a lack of great gags, political satire, or hilarious catastrophes born out of a domino effect of seemingly mundane events. Still, the season clarifies that David is saying goodbye to the exaggerated version of himself while hilariously upholding his previous Seinfeld mantra, no hugging, no learning. David isn't the only longtime Curb Your Enthusiasm cast member whom Season 12 bids farewell to, however, as his beloved partners in Social Disregard and some notable rivals also return. Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12 makes the most of its recurring cast and guest stars. Among the reasons why Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12 leaves the show on such a strong note is the cast, with much praise being reserved for the heightened presence of J.B. Smoof's Leon Black. While only introduced in Season 6, Leon has evolved to become somewhat of the Kramer to Larry's George or Jerry, and he proves to make each hard-to-watch Larry subplot all the more entertaining in Season 12. Of course, there's also plenty of Susie Green, Susie Essman, screaming at Larry and Jeff Green, Jeff Garlin, egging on his best friend. Richard Lewis, Freddie Funkhauser, Vince Vaughn, Cheryl David, Cheryl Hines, and Ted Danson also return to revive familiar dynamics and new predicaments for Larry throughout Season 12. With more returns from figures like Season 11's Maria Sofia, Kayla Monterosa Mejia, and Leon's Auntie Ray, Elia English, from Season 6, Larry has his hands full as a variety of new conflicts and misunderstandings are thrown his way. As always, Season 12 also outdoes itself with a new slew of guest stars to highlight just how socially inept Larry can truly be. Curb Your Enthusiasm's humor is as sharp in 2024 as it was in 2000. Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Of course, Curb Your Enthusiasm shines brightest in regard to its writing, which is as sharp as ever in Season 12's exploration of Larry's newfound political situation, racial insensitivities and misunderstandings, arguments with inanimate objects or dogs, meddling in others' relationships, and awkward run-ins. Pushing the boundaries of comedy has been a staple of the show, and Season 12 doesn't shy away from these risky narratives as Larry finds himself at odds with Coda's Troy Kotsur on the golf course and potentially reviving one of the biggest American scandals of the past decade. Though some Season 12 outings are more uneven in engaging plot than others, with a few being guaranteed to land with certain audience groups more than others, the jokes are consistent and outlandish throughout, providing everything expected of a typical season from David, the cast, and Curb Your Enthusiasm's creative team. Still, it's difficult to ignore the fact that these are the final 10 episodes in which David will play the tactless and idiosyncratic version of himself, which, perhaps ironically, given the show's title, adds to the expectation for higher stakes in Larry's last character-damning arc. Curb Your Enthusiasm sets up another unexpected Larry David series finale after Seinfeld. Larry David and the Seinfeld finale. Critics were only given the first 9 out of 10 episodes for screening, so while it's clear that Season 12 is building toward some disastrous twist for Larry in the series finale, the penultimate episode doesn't give too much away about how each small irritation will come back to bite him. However, Season 12 does take a pointed jab at David's return for Seinfeld's divisive series finale, suggesting he could deliver more of the same in Curb. It wouldn't be too out of left field if fictional Larry David ended up behind bars doing stand-up for his fellow inmates, regardless, with the jokes and criticisms of social niceties adapting to be as strong today as they were in 2000, Season 12 marks an impressive triumph for the man already credited with creating the most influential modern sitcom. He now has 2 under his belt, and Curb's inimitable humor, innovation, and charm will forever leave a Larry David-shaped hole in television's prestige comedy lineup. Whatever comes next for David, Curb Your Enthusiasm gifted audiences 12 consistent seasons worth of comedy and satire that goes far beyond earning itself the label of one of the greatest TV shows of all time.